I was fired from the Apple Store for telling customers the truth about their remaining phone battery life. I worked at the Apple Store for 9 years, until I discovered how we really treat our customers. If you've ever walked into an Apple Store with a phone that lags, has low battery, or fails to upload, and were planning to buy a new smartphone, you were deceived, and it was no accident. It was a carefully planned scheme. If you want to make sure your phone doesn't slow down, avoid being forced to buy a new one, and save thousands of dollars every year, this 10-second video will be the most important thing you see today. Before the store opens, we have a meeting called the Daily Briefing. But in reality, it's just going over scripts. We're trained to respond like this when customers complain about performance issues. Your device is several years old. New software updates require more processing power. You may want to consider upgrading to our latest model. We are not allowed to reveal the real reason. If we do, we get a written warning. Or worse, if customers ask too many questions, we have a backup plan. I didn't think much of it at the time. I thought I was just doing my job. But about a month ago, I couldn't take it anymore. An elderly lady came in with her iPhone. She must have been in her 70s. Apologizing repeatedly, saying she wasn't good with technology. She said her phone used to work perfectly, but now it's almost unusable. It only lasts an hour after a full charge. Apps run extremely slowly, and messaging is unbelievably laggy. She thought her phone was broken. I still ran the checks as per protocol, and everything seemed normal. So I started reading my script to her. "Ma'am, your device is several years old, and the new software update requires..." She interrupted me. "So I have to buy a new phone?" I nodded, and her eyes welled up. She said she was on a fixed income and couldn't afford a new phone that cost thousands of dollars. She begged me if there was another way. I told her there wasn't, as I was trained to do. But something felt wrong deep down. Little did I know, my instinct was right. After she left, I went to my manager and asked him directly why the phones get so slow, and what else we can do besides making users upgrade. He stared at me for a long time, then pulled me into the back office and told me the truth. Starting a few years ago, every software update was designed to reduce the performance of older devices, making phones slower, draining batteries faster, and increasing app load times. This is not a glitch or hardware degradation. It's intentional. We call it planned obsolescence. He said the company would never admit this publicly, and any employee who spoke about it would be fired immediately. "Just stick to the script," he said. I walked out of the office feeling sick. I thought about that lady, and hundreds of others I persuaded to buy new phones. People on tight budgets, the elderly, students, families struggling to make ends meet. I realized I had become part of a predatory machine. I resigned 2 days later. But I couldn't let it go. I started digging deeper, browsing forums and talking to engineers. I finally understood. This wasn't just an Apple problem. Samsung does it too. Other brands do the same. All major smartphone companies use the same trick. They make old phones unusable through system updates, forcing you to buy the latest model every year or two. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry built on deception. Millions of Americans are being taken advantage of without even knowing why their phones behave this way. I had to do something to expose the truth, but I didn't know how, until I met a former Apple engineer who was also fired for trying to reveal the truth. He developed a device that can completely bypass this slowdown mechanism. It's called HyperCharge Pro. It does what Apple never wanted you to know. It reverses this intentional damage. It's very simple to use. Plug HyperCharge Pro into any power outlet, connect it to your phone, and in less than 30 seconds, it uses advanced AI chip technology to remove the hidden speed-limiting codes in your phone's system. It doesn't just charge your phone. It removes the artificially imposed performance restrictions, restoring your phone to its original speed. Apps open instantly. No more lag, buffering, or unnecessary waiting, while extending battery life. It can charge your phone from nearly dead to full in just a few minutes. Even better, one charge lasts all day, instead of just a few hours like before. Best of all, it works with iPhones, Android devices, and even tablets. No apps to download. No technical skills required. No need to reset anything. Just plug it in and it works automatically. I didn't believe it at first when I heard about it. I'd seen so many supposed solutions, none of which actually worked. But I ordered one anyway to try it out. When it arrived, I tested it on my own phone. I hadn't replaced my phone in 2 years, because I didn't want to give Apple another penny. My phone was slower than a snail, needing to be charged twice a day. I plugged in HyperCharge Pro and felt the difference within seconds. Apps that used to take 10 seconds to open now launched instantly. The phone really did charge fully in minutes, just as they said, and lasted all day on one charge. I could barely believe it. I told my family and friends, and everyone I knew who'd been tricked into upgrading. My mom was about to buy an expensive new phone, so I gave her HyperCharge Pro. A week later, my mom called me, almost in tears, saying her phone felt like new again, and she couldn't believe she almost wasted so much money. That's when I knew. Countless people were in the same situation I once was. Millions of Americans are told their phones are too old. But the real problem is that someone is intentionally breaking them. You don't need a new phone. You just need to repair the damage they did to your old one. And HyperCharge Pro is the only device I've ever seen that can actually do it. It saves you a lot of money every year by eliminating unnecessary upgrades. One purchase works with all phone models and takes less than a minute to use. The problem is, the makers of HyperCharge Pro have been sued multiple times by major smartphone companies who are trying to shut them down. This product can't be sold in regular stores, only online, due to ongoing legal battles and supply chain issues. Production is extremely limited. Only a small number of Congressional Edition units are left, and they will sell out soon. The company is offering a discount for new users, but this offer is only valid for a limited time. After that, the price will go back up, or it may go out of stock entirely. I'm telling you this because I spent 9 years deceiving people, making them buy phones they couldn't afford and didn't need. I can't change the past, but I can tell you the truth. If your phone lags, dies within a few hours, runs slow, or takes forever to load apps, it's not your fault. It's not because your phone is too old. It's because they're intentionally making it malfunction. And HyperCharge Pro is the only product I've found that can truly fix this. You can keep falling into the upgrade trap, spending a fortune every year, letting them keep winning. Or you can buy HyperCharge Pro and take back control of your phone. I know what I chose in the end, and I know any Apple Store employee would choose the same if they dared to tell the truth. Don't make the same mistake I did. Click the link in the video right now and grab it while HyperCharge Pro is still on sale. Once the stock is gone, you might have to wait until the end of the year for the next batch. By then, you might be forced to upgrade your phone for no reason again. Don't let them win. Protect your phone. Save your money. Get HyperCharge Pro now while the offer lasts.